company will give you a 10% bonus on your first deposit between $500 and $100,000 if you use my link below to sign up. In other words, if you put $3,000, they'll give you $300 right away so you can start trading. That $300 could become, say, $1,000, and you can keep all the money you made with no strings attached. You can take it out, invest it again, or do anything else you want with it. It's a real chance to make more money for free during a hot market. Check that out down below. A great place to trade, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So tell me what you think below. Before we look at Pepe, let me give you some background. One could say that you guys have a general idea of what's been going on with Pepe and what we've been following up on lately. My current theory with Pepe is that what Pepe is trying to do right now is very important. You should know this if you've been watching any of these videos. In the last video, for example, we talked about how Pepe is currently trying to turn that most recent high that we set in May 2024 and around 174 into a current support zone. It's likely that Pepe will use that support to push into what I think could be the 3, 4, 4, 4 or 5 levels on the upside if it can turn that zone from opposition to support. In other words, if Pepe can turn this into backing, this bad boy might keep moving up. Since we know that's what Pepe's trying to do, our whole plan lately has been to try to get ahead of it and figure out when and where Pepe's price might break out. Is this going to work? We'll be able to change this area from resistance to support? As we kept an eye on Pepe's move, we could see that things were getting better back here. We told them, hey, look, we have a descending channel forming, and our purchases in the bottom 25% were holding up well. It looks like we'll see a breakout to the top side here. As luck would have it, Pepe finds that support, and then there's a beautiful move to the upside. This gives us the breakout we were looking for and completes step 1 of our 3-step verification process. It looks like you break out of a descending channel, go back down, and test that support again. That's the first step. The second step is to break through the most recent high. The third step is to get rid of the Fibonacci zone. That's where Pepe is now, and we've been keeping an eye on its progress lately as it tries to break this green box. These are the last 2 steps. Pepe's price will have held this area from resistance and turned it into support if it can get through this green box. I think that makes it possible for a big move to the upside. To be honest, we've been very careful about this. Now that you have a better idea of what we've been following with Pepe, let's talk about what's going on right now. Here's why I think the breakout is getting much, much closer. Why I think Pepe's price will break to the upside soon, and what I'm going to do because of it. I'm going to tell you now. Today, we're going to talk about something a little more difficult. We're going to talk about a sign that I don't talk about very often on this channel. Here's some things you should know if you're new to technical analysis, or just starting out in the world of crypto in general. If you're more experienced and want to learn more, keep reading. I only want you to watch the video all the way through. I'm going to tell you all about what's going on in the Discord server at the end of the movie, because there's a lot going on there right now, guys. That's right. I mean, trade signs, lessons, classes, and tutorials. Everyone is making hundreds of percentage points of wins every single day because of all the things that are going on. Again, you just watch the movie until the end if you want to be one of the people who turns these lessons into gains and gets better at this crypto thing. But let's move on now. I talked a little about why I think Pepe's price will try to break to the upside yesterday. One of the main reasons is that we are seeing a bullish structure. Even though it's not a pure bullish structure, it's very clear that an inverted head and shoulders pattern is taking shape here. If I pull out that design, you can see that there is a left shoulder, a neckline, a head, the neckline again, and then a right shoulder. And the only reason I say it's not pure is because this building wasn't put in at the base of a move, right? The bottom of a move is usually what you want to see. This is what we'll do, and then you'll start to see the system take shape. This kind of structure usually forms at the bottom of a global trend, which makes it much more likely that it will push you up. Hey, Pepe is building this kind of structure even though the price isn't really going down. This makes me think that it's not as important, or that the breakout goals aren't as valid. In general, though, it's nice to see the fact that Pepe is building up this kind of bullish pattern is a good sign. So since we can see that's happening with Bitcoin's price breaking through key levels of resistance and clearing 1,000,000, I think it's only a matter of time before altcoins, especially Pepe, try to do the same. This makes it more likely that Pepe will break upwards. That being said, I did want to talk about something today. One of our main signs that tells us when breakouts might be coming is starting to flash now. The Bollinger Band Witch is what we're going to look at today. You may have seen me on the channel before and know that I like to look at a tool called the Bollinger Bands. It's not working here, but that doesn't matter. The Bollinger Band Width is what we're interested in. Bollinger Band Width is a tool that is mostly used to measure volatility. The less volatile something is, the lower this blue line goes. The higher this blue line goes, the more volatile things are. I've learned that when our volatility reading drops back to this base level, which for Pepe is around this 15 to 16 mark, a breakout usually happens soon after. Yes, every time Pepe's blue line comes back down to this level, volatility goes up. Just look at all the recent breaks that we've seen in the last year to a year and a half. In other words, a rise happens when this blue line goes up. It either breaks up or breaks down. Take a look. Based on what you can see, this sign is very good at letting you know when volatility is low enough that a breakout is very likely, which is exactly what it's telling us now. Since I think it's more likely that Pepe will break to the upside, and since it looks like a breakout is on the way, I think it might be a good idea to start expecting that Pepe will give it a damn good try at breaking this green box very, very soon. I've now told everyone, and if you can break through the green box and get past this blocking point around 2, 3, and 6, or about 2, 3, and 4, we should expect Pepe to try to make that move. It's likely that Pepe will push up to that 3-3 level up here. Also, guys, that's a great move. That's a 50% move. Keeping a close eye on everything and hope that Pepe's price gives us one last push to try to get above this green box if all of these things happen. And open that door on the top. If right now, there is still some risk, and I would be lying if I said otherwise. We can't all be positive, you know. I say that because, well, to be honest, we are still in that Fibonacci golden zone. At any time, this golden zone can turn down prices that are very, very low. Take a look at what's been going on these last few weeks. Every time we've hit this golden box, we've been turned down. Because of this, we can't be sure that it will go up until Pepe gets through this level, but it looks like there's a lot of energy to give it one last shot to get above this level. So that's what we'll be watching. So